Gerrit Cole walks the first two hitters of the game, and then all of a sudden it looks like something clicked in with him. How tough did he look once he found whatever it was that he found tonight?
Well, I think you said he definitely found something, and obviously very, very early maybe struggled with a little bit of command. But once he started, pitching with his fastball and doing what he wanted to with it, he had our number. I mean, he was able to kind of take over the at bats and command those at bats, and he did a good job against us. I mean, we really couldn't get a ton going, and truthfully, I think with the cold weather, he didn't spin too many curveballs. He has a pretty good curveball too, and I think he relied mainly on his hard stuff and his fastball and his slider, and he threw the ball very, very well.
And Pineda looked like he had a good rhythm early, and then kind of started to hit a little wall, or how would you describe it as he got deeper into the ballgame?
Yeah, I thought Mike competed well, and we were at a point in the game where I think it's a 3-run game in the middle of the game, and he gave us a chance, and we sent him back out there to we're down. We sent him back out there to get a few outs, and obviously Marisnick gets the home run and kind of creates a little bit of separation there. But I think it comes down to execution. We were in the middle of the game, and Mike had some pitches on him, but I think we still like Mike's chances of going out there and getting us through that part of the game, and we just weren't able to do it tonight against a good team.
Springer got a couple sliders there. Is that command, I think you were alluding to it before the game, still a work in progress for Pineda?
Yeah, I think it's coming. I think it's here, and then we battle to find it again, but when it's right, I mean, we see it. I mean, we're facing a good team. This is a good lineup we're facing, and Mike went out there, and I mean, he pitched well. To most of those guys in that lineup, I thought he threw the ball well, and we just have to throw it. You just have to be really good when you face this team, and they're gonna wear you down and get you to a point where they're gonna put some runs on the board if you're not really on top of your game and commanding your pitches and doing what you want to do. And it was just we ran into a good team tonight that was swinging the bats well, and we just didn't have it.
Cameron's caught Cruz wincing a little bit earlier. Is he feeling okay as far as his hand, or maybe is it bat?
Yeah, it's more general soreness, and I think in the cooler weather, I think it probably plays up a little bit, even more than typical than he typically would feel. So I think it's something that Nelly manages very well, and it's also the reason why we periodically will give him a day and let him regroup. But generally he feels good. But I think on a night like tonight, it's something that he would probably feel a little more than he normally would.
Someone like Michael is coming off such a long layoff. Is it expected that he's going to have a period where he's still trying to fine-tune some things?
I think it's very normal. The stuff is good. I think the story of being able to command all of your pitches and use them all whenever you need them or want them is something that probably comes next. I mean, he came into spring training throwing the ball pretty well. I think the slider, which we've talked about being a strength of his, is there for long periods of time, but maybe not there all the time. And I think the command and the feel for what Mike does out there, I think it's important, and I think it's there, but it's not there all the time. And one thing he's a guy that knows himself very well. I think we talk about his mannerisms. We see him out there. He knows what he has to do. I think part of the frustration for him is that he knows what he has to do, and he's just not doing it the way that he knows he can. But he can do it. He shows it to us for long enough spurts where we feel pretty confident that we're certainly on the right track.
Talked about the quality of the at-bats throughout this month, but now that April is behind you, what has kind of stood out to you about just the month that your offense has put together as a whole?
It was a good month for us, honestly. The guys collectively swung the bats very well. The quality of the at-bats are very good. It's just maintaining, and it's difficult to do because it's hard to, just very plainly, I think our guys were very good, and it's hard to be that good and maintain that over a long period of time. And that's why we focus more on the quality of the at-bats than on the results. And as long as we have those types of at-bats, we're very happy.
How you feeling about Mejia right now? Do you need to find some spots for him just to work on stuff, or is he an option?
Yeah, I think we're at a point where we kind of are. We're going to regroup and kind of get together and spend some time talking with him and seeing what he's feeling when he's out there. I think that's an important thing to touch on and not forget. He's still a young guy with very good stuff, and a guy that we're going to spend a lot of time on. I mean, he's a guy he's a priority for us. There's a reason he's here and he's pitching in our bullpen. He has a lot of upside, and we want to make sure that we give it every opportunity to work.